Welcome to Grace on Fire, Spontaneous Talks. I've been inspired by Ian Bowdish, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So bravely just expressed what life and his path has brought to him and developed through him, and all that he had learned and all he has grown through so many different experiences. And we're also similar as human beings. Whatever we're struggling with, whether it is addiction or whether it is depression or whether it is anxiety or fear or all the many forms that fear and anxiety can take, and just not feeling safe on the planet or not feeling connected to ourselves or confident in ourselves. It just takes an infinite amount of forms that we deal with as human beings, and I don't believe anybody is completely extinct. I think some people probably have a little better handle on it than others and have worked through some more stuff. However, if we really want to grow, and if we really want to be the best human beings we can be and touch into the deepest depth of who we are and make this life that we have to live, because we have this life between that breath when we were born and that breath when we die, and no one knows how long that's going to be, but we have that time is ours, and we have that canvas called our life. And if we're going to create that as the greatest impact and the greatest depth and the greatest potential that we can possibly have, I believe for me, and I never know if I'm right or not, because it's funny how when life evolves, it's everything you truly believed or everything you thought you believed changes as new realities arise. But from where I am in this space and time, it's about connecting deep in ourselves and also being just deeply honest with whatever is stories arising, or whatever emotions arising, or whatever humanness is arising, and just being very vulnerable and transparent with ourselves first, and not going into any make wrong or blame fault or any judgment for ourselves, but just looking at it, really truly looking at what arises within us, with no judgment, with no blame, no fault, no wrong, no bad, but looking at it and asking ourselves where we can deepen in this, how we can allow this, whatever it is arising, to bring us into a deeper experience of life. How can we be a deeper experience of love in this moment for ourselves and for all life? How can we be in this moment through whatever we're dealing with, whether it's joy, excitement, depression, anxiety, whether it's sadness, whether it's hesitation, whether doubts are coming up, regardless of what's arising for us, how can we allow this to deepen our experience of life so we can be a more profound intimacy with life, with ourself, with love? How can we allow this to bring us into a deeper state, a deeper connection to the truth, the intimacy, the depths of what we are? And I believe that there's no accidents. Life is synchronistically orchestrating and arising and synchronizing and bringing the people and the places and the emotions and the experiences every moment of every day to support us, wholly support us in living the richest, deepest, most present state of aliveness, our most profound contribution to each moment for ourselves and for all life, because we are all connected. And everything affects everything else. So as we deepen, as we connect deeper to the truth within us, as we connect deeper to each moment, whatever and however that arises, from the most honest place we can impossibly in that moment. And it's okay, no matter how much that arises. If it feels like it's not an honest and inauthentic space in that moment, that's as honest and inauthentic as you could be in that moment. And to acknowledge yourself for that. And allow whatever that is, even if it's hard to be authentic and you can feel you're being inauthentic, allow that truth to bring you deeper. Allow that experience and how that may feel, with no blame, no make wrong, no judgment, just total compassionate love for yourself and all life. And let that be your teacher, your compassionate teacher. And we all have different expressions, and we all have different ways that bring us deeper. And to honor and respect the one that works for us and the ones that work for our others that may be different. And for Ian, that's the 12 steps. And I want to investigate that and look at that. Maybe go through those 12 steps. I've seen it work powerfully in other people's lives. Even though right now I'm not dealing with a specific addiction, but like Ian says, it can help anybody. There's so many tools out there. So many tools. Discover them all. Course in Miracles, Way of Mastery, the work of Byron Katie. I'm a coach with the work of Byron Katie, and I am always working that program, because there's always a little story that comes up every now and then. And for me to be authentic and honest and vulnerable about my stories, instead of hiding from them and pushing them away, then that's when the growth begins. That's when the rapid growth begins. And the clearing and the expression. And then as you clear, and the more aliveness, the more power, the more divine can express through you. We all have stories. We're all the same. There's nothing to ever feel guilty or shameful or bad about ever in life, because we all have our dark spaces. Everyone. You're not alone. No one is alone. It's time to just start looking at them rather than hiding them. And whatever program works for you, whatever method works for you, meditation, and there's as many programs and methods as there are people practically. Find the one that resonates with your heart, the voice that resonates with your heart, and allow that to bring you in deeper. And then there may be another voice, another program, and allow that. It's a moment to moment to moment to moment expression and awakening and flowering of all life, because we're all awakening, we're all flowering together, side by side, hand in hand, walking each other home as equals. I love you so much, and I honor you as a fellow human, as the infinite, divine, magnificent grace expresses through you in this moment. In whatever form that takes, I honor that in you. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.